Please let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Look beyond the security agencies and leverage the whole of society approach to address the challenges. Therefore, I commend the organizers of this seminar for choosing this theme, which focuses on nationalism, nation building, national security, and national institutional preparedness. The seminar is timely and relevant as it has come at a time when the armed forces of Nigeria, and indeed the Nigerian security landscape, is challenged by mutational security paradigms that leverage emerging technologies used by non-state actors to threaten our corporate existence as a country. The participants and the entire National Defense College community will benefit immensely from this seminar. Therefore, the National Defense College is pleased to continue to partner with the Alumni Association of the National Defense College in the delivery of its mandate. It is also noteworthy that the Alumni Association of the National Defense College has proved to be a platform for intellectual discourse on contemporary national security and development issues, which is one of the objectives of establishing the National Defense College. Accordingly, the National Defense College looks forward to forging a stronger partnership with the Alumni Association of the National Defense College. Your Excellency, Mr. President, and distinguished guests, we are delighted to host the array of resource persons scheduled to speak on various topics at this seminar. Hopefully, the deliberations will interrogate our ability as a nation to withstand adversities and crises in diverse ways and propose a way forward to resolving our challenges. Furthermore, it is our hope that the seminar will generate enough issues that will form the basis for a more strategic interrogation of the subject. No doubt, judging from the caliber of resource persons who will deliver papers during the seminar and the importance of the subject, a new national discourse has just commenced. Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief, sir, I thank you once again for sparing the time to grace this occasion, despite the daunting national issues requiring your attention. I also thank you for your support to the college over the years. I also appreciate all our distinguished guests for being here with us at the National Defense College for the Alumni Association of the National Defense College Security Seminar 2022. I wish all participants fruitful deliberations. Once again, I thank you for coming and onward together. At this point, it is my honor.
Holding here in Sani Abacha Hall of the National Defense. The President of ANDEC, I guess we're very...
Defense College, Chairman, Board of Trustees, National Defense College, alumni, retired and serving military officers, members of the Alumni Association of the National Defense College, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is once again a great pleasure to be here today as part of this historic edition of the National Security Seminar organized by the Alumni Association of the National Defense College in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor and the National Defense College. The National Defense College environment is always a homecoming for me, having been here first as a participant and later as the Deputy Commandant and Director of Studies. Most importantly, it has always provided an ample opportunity to interact with members of the Alumni Association of the National Defense College, which I am a part of, and the college community. Without a doubt, the knowledge and experience I gained from this apex military institution of strategic learning has been enduring, as I have consistently applied it in dealing with national security issues in my subsequent appointments as the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Chief of Defense Logistics, and Commander of the Nigerian Army Training and Doctrine Command. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies in the country have been striving to ensure that security threats across the country are significantly addressed. Some of these threats range from insurgency and terrorism in the northeast, secessionist agitations in the southeast and southwest, illegal oil bunkering in the south-south, as well as armed banditry, kidnapping, and cattle rustling in the northwest and north-central zones. However, the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, since its inception, has identified the challenges of unemployment, drug abuse, and poverty, especially as they confront the youthful populace with their attendant physiological, psychological, and security consequences. Nonetheless, modest strides have been made by this government through empowerment programs like the N-Power, the Youth Entrepreneurship Support Program known as YES-P, and the Anchor Borrowers Program, amongst others, to address unemployment and poverty in the country. Therefore, the theme of this edition seminar, which is Appraisal of National Resilience and Policy Implementation in National Security Management in Nigeria, is quite appropriate, as it is a shift from the traditional hard and kinetic discourses on addressing the security threats that were dominant in earlier seminars. It also seeks to explore more of human security issues and possible strategies to deal with them, which are largely consistent with President Muhammadu Buhari's National Security Strategy of 2019. I am also pleased that this seminar intends to examine, amongst others, issues of nationalism, patriotism, national cohesion, and integration of the country through the lens of a whole-of-society approach. It is important to state that the whole-of-government approach, which mainly involves the security agencies as well as ministries, departments, and agencies, requires constant dialogue and cooperation with the populace. This is why the whole-of-society approach, which includes the broader public, comprising local communities made up of youths, women, and community leaders, as well as civil society organizations, is the focus of this important seminar. The whole-of-society approach is no doubt an ideal framework to achieve integration of national resilience, cohesion, as well as patriotism, in order to enhance sustainable peace and security. National resilience is critical in this regard, as it involves developing a high degree of trust between government and the people. Let me assure you that Mr. President is firmly committed and will go to great lengths to ensure that, in line with its constitutional responsibility, security and welfare of the people shall remain the primary purpose of government. However, this is usually misconstrued by a lot of people to imply that the federal government has the sole responsibility of providing security and safety for the people. I am, however, glad to state that the Alumni Association of the National Defense College has continually emphasized in most of its engagements that security is essentially everybody's business, even though the government has an overriding role to play. As such, seminars of this nature provide an enabling forum to bring people together to contribute their quota, not only to enhance national security, but to also reappraise the dynamic concept of national security, where the Nigerian citizen and not the Nigerian state is the reference point. Permit me to also stress that the armed forces and other security agencies have been performing their assigned duties very diligently and must be encouraged and supported. However, they cannot do it alone. This is very important for us to understand. They need our collective support for successful conduct of security operations across the country. We must therefore continue to focus on the element of human security in our efforts to make the populace contribute meaningfully to develop and secure the society. It is equally important to mention that the unity and progress of our nation will primarily be driven by our patriotic deeds, as well as in our collective ability to live in peace and harmony. We must therefore all join hands to fight criminality and provide the desired people-oriented support for security agencies to ensure that this nation is a better place for all of us. I therefore urge us all as a people to continue to identify and promote those things that unite and bond us, rather than those that are perceived as our differences and could translate into problematic and unintended consequences. We also need to respect the sanctity of life and dignity of people to live wherever they choose in the country, as well as enjoy other fundamental human rights as enshrined in our Constitution. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, let me sincerely thank the leadership and members of the Alumni Association of the National Defense College for being proactive and supportive in matters of national security, peace, and development. I also implore you to continue to harness the wealth of experience, knowledge, and skills you have acquired over the years in service to the nation. It is our individual and collective responsibility to strive towards making this nation great, united, and most critically, a destination for everyone in search of peace, security, and prosperity. Lastly, the Office of the National Security Advisor will continue to support the Alumni Association of the National Defense College in achieving its noble objective of promoting social, intellectual, and professional interaction to the benefit of national security. On this note, I wish you successful deliberations throughout this two-day seminar. Thank you for listening.
Permit me to make these few announcements. Please requested to move to the full. Service Chiefs and Inspector General of Police.
National Security Seminar titled It is gratifying to have you in our midst for the Alumni Association of the National Defense. Very respectful salutations go to the President.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ANDEC National Security Appraisal of National Resilience of this seminar, distinguished invited the Commandant National Defense College, President. Our distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct
as a nation and as
the national security management. The Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Muhammad Buhari,
National Security Management in Nigeria. May I, on behalf of the President ANDEC, welcome our Special Director of Protocol, National Defense College, and Master of Ceremony, Major General Babagana M. Mongunu, retired, the Chief.
Exco Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, the Chief of the
College, and other esteemed.
Morning, sir.
Thank you.
D. Abdullahi retired to give his address.
President Alumni Association.
Anthem, our most esteemed special.
Gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to be part of this national security seminar targeted at explaining how resilient we are as a people and how our will as a nation is germane to overcome the national security challenges we all face today. I must begin by reiterating that the federal government is committed to defeating all forms of adversity, and our security agencies are dedicated to achieving the objectives of our national security, as well as give Nigerians the desired level of security, peace, and development. This is particularly important because without security, peace and development will certainly elude us. It must, however, be clearly understood that security remains a matter for everyone and not just the security forces. Therefore, the need to involve the whole society in the fight against security is relevant. The whole of society approach will require us to look at the society holistically, from our children, the youth, the adults, as well as all changes in our core values. In recent times, our value for human life has become questionable. Ritual killings, kidnapping have become a regular news items, while internet fraud is growing amongst the youth. All these stem from the worsening societal and family values as evidenced by these events. These issues have highlighted the fact that there are fundamental errors with the upbringing or complete lack of parental care afforded to children as reflected in their conducts. Nigerians are renowned to be hardworking, peace-loving, and great achievers in the international arena. These are values and virtues we need to promote in our society. We must therefore work towards reinforcing the unity of our country, respect for fellow human beings, and the sanctity of our God-given life. We all have fundamental right to life, right to worship, freedom of movements, and other freedoms as enshrined in our Constitution. It must be emphasized that while exercising our right to life, we cannot in any way deprive others of their constitutional freedoms. We must have respect for the rule of law and the constitutional provisions. All these and more would build our resilience as individuals and as a nation. On this note, I wish to appreciate the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces for his unrelenting support to the armed forces in the fight against all forms of insecurity in the country. Let me also thank Mr. President for recognizing the role of the Alumni Association of the National Defense College in addressing fundamental issues relating to national security. I must also commend the armed forces and all other security agencies for their dedication to duty, sacrifices, and commitment to combat crimes in all parts of the country. They, however, cannot do it alone. They need our collective support for the successful conduct of operations across the country. We must focus on human elements and enhance human security in all its ramifications. No nation can exist without human beings, and more importantly, the destiny of man is to unite and remain eternally connected with each other as brothers and sisters, and being at peace with each other. This is more so, that is the unity of our nation, patriotic deeds and utterances, as well as in our collective resolve to live in peace, that we can make progress. If we all join hands to keep peace, fight criminality, and provide the desired people-oriented support for the security agencies, Nigeria would be a better place for all of us. I commend the Alumni Association of the National Defense College for organizing the seminar in collaboration with the Office of National Security Advisor and other security agencies. It is necessary for the association to further collaborate with other MDAs, such as Ministry of Information and Culture, Ministry of Education, and National Orientation Agencies. This will help to develop and implement programs aimed at changing the mindset of our youth, parents, and caregivers towards improved patriotism, love for each other, respect for rule of law, as well as putting the nation first in all our endeavors. Finally, let me assure you that the Ministry of Defense will continue to support the Alumni Association of the National Defense College to effectively accomplish programs targeted at enhancing our national security through a holistic, all-of-society approach. I am convinced that at the end of this seminar, we will have a workable solution to some of the fundamental issues creating security challenges in our country. Thank you all for listening, and God bless our dear nation, Nigeria. Security agencies here present,
Your Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief of our Armed Forces, the Honorable Minister of Defense,
the President to the national security.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor.
The President, Commander. Nigerians are noted to judicial experts, and renowned administrators, to mention, in various fields of human endeavor, have made indelible marks of excellence in their chosen fields. Nigerian secondary school children have won global mathematics and innovation competition awards on several occasions around the world. Nigerians are notably the most educated set of people in the United States of America, and they are employed in various government offices in various countries around the world. These are clear indicators of who we truly are: professionals, hard workers, and dedicated people who are proudly noted as the world's happiest people. Recent developments have, however, denigrated and disparaged that perception with a glowing scourge of money rituals among even school children, kidnapping for ransom among blood relations, internet fraud, drug trafficking, and all manner of unpatriotic conducts leading to increasing levels of insecurity and a blatant disregard for human dignity. These portray a negative perception of who we are, wrongly showing us in bad light. The dramatic change from who we truly are to what we are now perceived to be calls for serious concern. Threats to peace, unity, and peaceful coexistence of Nigerians is totally unacceptable, as has often been stated by Mr. President. Our resilience and diversity are meant to be our source of strength and not a weakness in any form. We must, as a people, therefore, manage our diversity well for the common good of every Nigerian with a view to moving the nation forward. It is therefore time for us to turn things around for the good of our nation through intensive campaigns at all levels of our national existence to enhance patriotism, promote national cohesion from the grassroots, and respect for human dignity. We must promote the belief in our oneness as a country, starting from the kindergarten all the way to adulthood. Our potentials to be great is enormous, with dynamic youth population that should make us well sought after by international investors. The Alumni Association of the National Defense College, ANDEC, in collaboration with Office of the National Security Advisor and the National Defense College, is organizing this seminar. This is with effective support from the Honorable Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Defense Intelligence, and heads of security agencies. This is aimed at addressing fundamental issues relating to moral decadence, growing negative sociocultural practices, unpatriotic behavior, and debasement of human dignity that are beyond the constitutional mandate of the armed forces, but are responsible for the rising level of insecurity leading to the deployment of the armed forces across the country. We reiterate the need for us to go back to the basics, promote improved parental guidance and care for children, ensure they get good education, exhibit patriotic conduct. The urge to get rich quick through illegitimate means must be discouraged. We need to appreciate the value of education, discipline, hard work, and good moral and family values in our national lives. We also need to reduce the burden of threats emanating from internal sources on our military and other security agencies to enable them to focus on dealing with major threats from external sources. We need to be who we truly are and regain our pride of place in the international community. The ANDEC, on our part, have decided to issue our national flag to all participants at this seminar, and also the lapel pin that should be worn on our dresses at all times, with a view to driving home the point on improving patriotism, respect for the constitutional rights of every individual, and so on. We shall continue to support the government in its efforts to secure this country and bring peace to her citizens. We are available to assist in any task given to us by Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, and other security chiefs. Our school children should own a flag and a lapel pin, proudly display them, and act as true Nigerians that they are. The mention of the colors green, white, green should evoke a strong sense of patriotism in their minds and hearts. To this end, we are ready to collaborate with the National Orientation Agency and others to promote the spirit of nationalism, patriotism, and one great indivisible country that we are. I sincerely thank the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, for taking time out of his very busy schedule to grace this occasion. It underscores the importance the CNC places on the unity of this country and the welfare of members of this Alumni Association of the National Defense College and other veterans. We also thank the Honorable Minister of Defense, the NSA, and the CDS and others dignitaries who found time to attend this seminar. I want to thank you all. May God bless the Federal Republic of